Hello and welcome. This is rooflemonger, and yes, that is Robo Ky, by the way. So we have the Venom trailer just recently dropped for Guilty Gear Strive, and of course, like you would expect on the channel, we're gonna deep dive and just go through everything in the trailer. Venom, a lot of the classic stuff is there. He hasn't been Strivified, so don't worry about that too much. And maybe some weird new stuff as well. And also some big news for Guilty Gear itself. So before we even get into the trailer stuff, let's go into the big news. 1. Frame data is coming to Guilty Gear Strive. I know it's been a while, perhaps a few years later than it should have been. Better late than never, I suppose, right? But yeah, so proper frame data display in-game. You don't got to go to Dustloop to remember what's plus, what's negative, or whatever. It's all in-game. That's great. Also coming to the game a bit later on, they don't have a hard date just yet, but a real ranked online experience. I know a lot of you, we all love Guilty Gear Strive. I love Guilty Gear Strive, but the whole lobby system that it forced you to interact with was not necessarily the highlight of the game. Let's put it that way. So proper ranked, you don't got to interact with that weird lobby stuff. That's actually fantastic. So there'll be all sorts of ranks. It looks like once you get the highest rank Vanquisher, then there'll be like an elo system within Vanquisher rank, and the old tower system will still be there, but it's more casual. Good stuff, right? They also updated the roadmap, and Venom is out tomorrow. What? Yeah, so the launch is near immediate, turns out. So if you like the Venom stuff we're going to talk about in this trailer, well, you get to play him really, really soon. Also, Unica updated to May launch date. Also, if you're going to Evo Japan, Unica will be playable at Evo Japan, by the way. And apparently more to come yet, right? So pretty big deal, some substantial updates, frame data, real ranked mode. We have Venom tomorrow, Unica sometime in May, not too long from now. Lots of good stuff on the Guilty Gear Strive front. I think that's very fair to say. So now that all said, that's the news on that end. Let's dig into the trailer. So now let's go to the trailer. So you might notice here, well, besides friggin' Robo Ky, so Robo Ky is part of Venom's moveset. Not a big part, but he's part of the moveset. You might notice here, he's cutting a bit of a different figure against the moon. And then jumping in and, well, the new Strive look, but the Venom that we all know and love. More classical, I guess, looking. So what's the deal with that? So you may recall that Venom became a baker. He's done now with the whole assassin stuff. Straighten up, fly right, all that, right? With his pal, Robo Ky. So that's still the case. He's done. He's not fallen back in or anything like that. However, he sort of self-fancies himself as like the Batman of the neighborhood, and I guess that would make Robo Ky his Robin. And in so making, now we have Guilty Gear's latest comedy duo, I guess. Venom and Robo Ky together at last. And Robo Ky fans, I'm sorry to say, this probably means Robo Ky's not gonna be his own playable character. Like, them's the breaks. Especially because we'll see in the trailer, Robo Ky is part of Venom's gameplay. Basically, not like a big part, but he's there. Like, he's in the intro and everything. It's more than just a little one-off gag for the start of the trailer. And of course, now we come to it. Okay, here's an old character coming back to Strive. Did they get Strivified? Did they get dumbed down for babies? And well, no, doesn't look like it. Like, you could make that argument. It certainly happened with other characters like Biken. Biken definitely got dumbed down, right? But we set up our billiards, and we can hit billiards and send them flying. We can send them flying at different angles, all sorts of things. Like, this is the essence of what the character is, and it's still very much intact. So no, does not look like he's been dumbed down for babies. In fact, looks like we got some new tricks up the old sleeve for Venom here. So air hit into, I always call it dive kick. It's not a dive kick. I know it's not a dive kick. You get old, you start calling everything dive kicks, you know? But anyway, so Venom comes in, does a dive kick, and here's something fun. So charge down up shot now launches the opponent, and Venom can get a combo after the fact. Okay, that's pretty different. And speaking of pretty different, actually, we actually have the move list already. It's on the website. 1, his charge moves are still charge moves. Thank God, no charge erasure here. Happens so much you get scared sometimes now, you know, right? And so Carcass Raid is a down up shot, and apparently you can also do it in the air. Venom's definitely grounded here, but still, I guess some new properties to work with. Also, the move list mentions that it's hold OK. So if you hold it, you can see here, gets bopped, soul gets bopped, go for carcass raid, holds it, and then the ball remains in play after the initial hit, and you can keep comboing after the fact. Next up here, we got a fun little setup. So we got a sweep, knockdown on Ky, and then we set up a very meaty billiard on Ky's wake up, and then when your block's done, haha, go for the dust, get overheaded, right? And then we go back to Robo Ky. So if we're going to do Robo Ky, like you need to highlight Robo Ky, right? So he's your comedy pal, he's your comedy buddy, and he's the gag bit. And while it's not much, we'll see in the trailer, he is part of the gameplay just a little bit. You can see him standing up, like, look at this. Like, he's got full, well, not quite his old robot form, but he's working with better than he was just being in a disembodied head before. And now we're going to see him pop up in the gameplay. So Venom keeps the classic throw, where he kind of makes you a giant pool ball, but then Robo Ky shows up and then beats the holy hell out of it and just going and cranking it. So him and Venom definitely buds for life now at this point. I think it's safe to say. And Venom learning new tricks here. It looks like Venom has a command grab now. So he sets you up here. He can hit you with the regular stinger shot and you bounce off and then just keep comboing from there. Going by that move list we saw earlier, I guess this is Triumbaka, and it's a half circle back forward kick. That's a big boy grab motion, so maybe pretty strong. I guess we'll find out soon. Also retaining some of the tricks from Guilty Gear Xrd. So QV return. So basically a big explosion, and from the explosion, a billiard ball will spawn from it. And of course, naturally from that, you can use it in your combos and keep the combos going. And then we also have a new super move. Going by the move list, this looks like Navaratna Run Out, and it just kind of is a black hole effect. So it sucks in everything, including any billiards already on screen. So maybe if it absorbs some of the pool balls, it gets more damage. I don't know, but still, okay, it's neat. And then as far as supers go, of course, Dark Angel returns. So this is his cinematic orb super. And once you start blocking, you got to start guessing, right? Here, Venom goes for a quick dust overhead, and then Chip kind of eats crap. But look at that. What happened there? So at the very end, the Dark Angel detonates, and Robo Ky pops out of the super and then shoots a rocket at the enemy's face. So I don't know if this only triggers on hit or if it's going to happen on block as well. Either way, Robo Ky being part of the super is cool, and the fact that he's just shooting rockets at you, I think that's pretty neat. Certainly a very different twist on the classic super move, right? Not expecting Robo Ky to show up, but yeah. So Robo Ky is everywhere, also in more, cinematic posing here. Robo Ky is your bud. So that's the trailer. It's a good trailer. I'm excited here. Venom out tomorrow. I don't know what time tomorrow. It could be a few hours from now. Me posting this could be later in the night. I'm not sure. Within 24 hours at the very least. Unica coming out in May. Lucy sometime in summer. And Lucy's probably going to be really crazy. I'm looking forward to that. And of course, we have frame data coming for training mode. God, thank God. We got proper ranked coming a little bit later on in this year. Thank God. And just good times all around. Guilty Gear Strive still going strong. Like, to call for what it is, this game is old now. This is season 4 after all, right? So this ain't no spring chicken game. Things like changing up the frame data to be in training mode, adding a new ranked experience, almost feels like it's warm up for whatever the next game is, because they're assuredly working on the next game at this point. What is the next game? Who knows? They did do that 3v3 mode not too long ago, right? So maybe it's a new Guilty Gear, maybe it's another licensed title, maybe it's Marvel versus Arxis, 3v3, who knows? Stranger things have happened. But that's the trailer, and that's the news for now, my friends. So thank you very much for watching. Hope this video has found you well, and go out and play some Guilty Gear.